Now, looking at that photo,
Suzana Lotino couldn't hold back her tears as she reviewed autopsy photos of her 23-month-old daughter, Alzana. It was back in January of this year Alzana died from blunt force trauma to the abdomen, what the medical examiner believed to be a homicide, as the injury could only be sustained by a single blow to the stomach with a closed fist, and what prosecution alleges was done by defendant John J.T. Castro. Castro, who was the child's babysitter the night before, is charged with aggravated murder, aggravated assault, and child abuse. On the stand today, Latino says she was in a dating relationship with Castro, whom she moved in with after a fallout with her family. The night before Alzana's death, Latino worked the graveyard shift at Kmart. When she came home early the next morning, she says she found Alzana lying next to Castro, both asleep. When she approached the sleeping child, she noticed bruises throughout her back. The following day, Alzana was dead. This after Latino tried to feed the child, who now had a fever and refused to eat and showed obvious signs of discomfort.
She lost her grip. I looked at her, I was talking to her. She stopped responding. I was trying to wake her up. Her eyes were still a little bit open, and her breathing was fading.
This prompted her to call 911, where she says the dispatcher helped give instructions on how to perform CPR while they waited on medics to arrive. Shortly after they arrived to the hospital, the child was pronounced dead. When confronted, Latino says Castro blamed himself for the child's death and refused to accompany them to the hospital. He initially admitted that he massaged the child, but later changes the story to say he rolled over her while they were asleep.
I asked him about the bruising on her back.
and what did he say?
And he was massaging her. Well, I was getting mad. I told him, you know, she's just a baby. The way he massages is hard. I can't even handle him massaging me. And he was saying that she was complaining of back pain.
While she was on the stand, Latino says this wasn't the first time she had observed bruising on her child after being cared for by Castro, and that often he'd make up excuses for how she sustained the injuries, like climbing out of the playpen and falling on her head. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.